Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Sexian here. Now, I've been taking a look at this article that was written. The interview was done with Monique. I don't know if you remember Monique. I hate fat, skinny bitches, Monique. Comedian turned Oscar winning actress in Precious. Monique, her, yeah. So she and her husband obviously has been experiencing a pretty happy marriage. And she confessed a few things that she says contributes to the success of their marriage. Now, one of the things that got a lot of people's attention was the fact that she says she allows her husband to cheat. Now, I do this because if it is, oh, I dropped the phone, right? If it is done with your permission and knowledge, it's not cheating. But I want to be specific about what she says. I'm gonna quote for you, reading from some of the answers that she gave. She says, "Because that person my spouse wants to sleep with may give you something that I'm simply not willing to." She explains, "And if that's the case, how can I be mad? Because I'm not gonna do it. Should I deprive you of not having it?" That's when the relationship is real. Now, let me just break it down for you in case you don't understand the quote, because I skipped out a lot of the stuff that she said. Basically, what she's saying is that if her husband expresses an interest in someone, she's open to allowing him to explore that and basically giving him a hall pass. And her reason behind that is to basically say, well, what if this person is willing to do something that I'm not willing to do? And I mean, if they can do it, then why not? I mean, I shouldn't deprive him of having an experience just because I don't want to do it. Now, a lot of persons read this and thought, oh boy, you know what is she thinking? She said her husband out there go cheat on her and all these kind of things. She's opening a can of worms. But there is something to it. Personally, I think that all relationships are not the same. And a lot of relationships have some unorthodox things in them that will make some people in other traditional relationships cringe and wonder, what the hell are you thinking? And this is one of them. Some couples are sexually open. Some couples are open to their partners being explorative as long as they come back home. Some couples are like, listen, I understand that we share a life, we share a home, we share our kids, we share all of these other things. So we can be all to each other. So if you can find somebody that you can get something from that I'm not giving you, then just be careful. I want to know what's going on, and then we can deal with it. Honestly, I think that's a healthy way of looking at it, because cheating, the biggest issue with cheating, as far as I'm concerned, is the deception. If your partner is doing something behind your back, deceiving you, deceiving whomever they're doing it with, then that, I think, is more of an issue than you knowing exactly what is going on. You knowing that, okay, this is the situation with this person and that person, and this is what goes on. Now, obviously, this is not a formula that works for everybody, like, period. So if your relationship is one where, look, here is me and you are nothing else, then work on that. But if it is that you as a couple can be open and you want to be open, then be open. Just understand that it comes with a lot of responsibility, because every choice has a consequence. And opening yourself up to bringing in a third or fourth or fifth or even a sixth person inside of your union can be problematic. Matter of fact, it can cause more harm than good. So you have to be willing to explore that these are possible consequences and willing to deal with them when they come up, because there is no foolproof way to deal with a relationship. There's no set way. And if you can figure out a set way, beg the formula this I can sell it, because enough people will buy it. But that's the beauty of human relationships, is that we are unique and we figure out what we want, and we try to at least figure out what we want. And ultimately what we want is to be happy and to be loved and to feel like we belong, and we all want that. But as far as Monique opening up her marriage, a lot of persons had very adverse reactions to that statement. I've actually read some of the comments online, and I kind of laughed, because it always astounds me how self-righteous people are. Like, I'm saying, then how you get to tell her how she and her husband must live at them life? Like, really? You think so you have the right to do that? Honestly? Somebody can come in your house and tell you how to pay your steel piece? Really? So, the fact of the matter is, and the bottom line is, every formula that works for your relationship is just that. It's nobody else's business. They don't have to do it the way you do it, and vice versa, and that's okay. Figure out what works for you and do that. Alright, guys? In the meantime, I'll definitely give you some more information, give you some steps about being in an open relationship, some of the things to avoid, some of the things to make sure that you do, because, you know, there are different steps that you can take to minimize this. They're not foolproof, but there are some things that just keeps you open and honest and aware of the choices that you're making. So I'll do a follow-up video on this about open relationships and give you some steps and some additional information. In the meantime, guys, do what makes you happy, man. Whatever floats your boat. And definitely make sure you follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook at Dr. Sexy-Ann. And go on my website, drsexyann.com. Keep the questions coming. drsexylive@gmail.com. I'm going to start answering them. Oh gosh, I have a doozy for you. Whew. Anyway, in the meantime, take care of you and take care of everybody in your life who you love. Later, guys.